I'm so glad that you decided to take another moment of your time to listen to some of my thoughts and comments about the way that life works. And today we're going to be talking about a pretty heavy duty subject, belief systems, and how the belief systems really do affect our daily lives and how we interact in those daily lives. And, one of the things that is important that we need to talk about is that, I have a belief in God and faith. Okay, so if you don't have that, then you're not going to get the same type of emotional outcomes in life. You're going to have different experiences. Your belief system is going to allow you to look at the world and look at what's happening in your world in a completely different way than I do. And is that good or bad? Well, bottom line is whatever you believe, you're right. And somebody famous said that. I didn't. And when we look at the accomplishments and failures in my life, okay, the majority of them I can contribute to the belief systems that I've had. I believed that there were certain customers. I believed that there were certain price points that I could make a profit, and I didn't necessarily do the correct due diligence. So what happened was that I might have won or might have lost. When I play backgammon with my partner, if I come in with an attitude that I'm going to lose and I verbalize it, guess what? That series of games does not go well, and it's not a very fun evening. So, when I believe that I want to be happy, I want to be healthy, what happens is that I start taking on traits that make people happier and healthier. An example would be not judging other people, because if you're judging other people, it's just a reflection and you're judging yourself. And another one is self-love. If I love myself, the probability that I will love others is very high. All right, if I believe that purchasing this Ferrari or a Mercedes-Benz or a car is going to make me happy, then guess what? It's going to make me happy. If I believe that jewelry is going to make me happy when I have a lot of jewelry and wear a lot of jewelry, well, guess what? I'm going to be happier. It may only be for a short period of time, but nonetheless, my belief system is causing my happiness. And I've also done videos in the past of where I have literally made myself sick because of the belief system that I had. I put too much pressure on myself, And understand that our leaders, our role models, the people that are in our lives that are supposed to support us, admire us, train us, and allow us to go out into the world, they haven't been taught. They didn't teach us, and they really haven't spent the time to get that education, except by the School of Hard Knocks. When we decide that we're going to go out and buy a certain model of car, isn't it amazing that your mind is now seeing more and more of those models of cars out on the street? They've always been there, you just didn't notice it. Your belief system wasn't there, your belief system got in place, and boom, there it started happening. Another thing is that if you walk around with a frown on your face, the majority of people that are going to approach you are going to be grumpy people. Our brains send out electromagnetic waves, and these magnetic waves help perpetuate our belief systems. They allow us to focus on different products, services, ideas. We spot things. At one point in my career, when I was in college, there was a girl that I hung out with that could spot a police car anywhere. And I mean, she was really, really good at it. You'd be driving down the road and she'd yell police, and it'd be like, I don't see it, but doggone it, they were there when she pointed them out to us. And boy, that was a good person to have around at that particular time. If we're afraid of heights, well, we're never going to get a perspective from being in a higher place. And Our limiting beliefs prevent us from finding cures to certain diseases. Our limiting beliefs don't allow us to go out and seek innovative ideas. You know, like reading a new book, hanging out with different people, climbing a mountain, getting into relationships, getting out of relationships. Having erectile dysfunction is a large part of a mental capacity. Then there's also post-traumatic stress syndrome. Have you ever been driving and going at, you've had a traffic accident and you've been driving, and as you go through an intersection, you have a certain level of anxiety? Well, that's that belief system of post-traumatic syndrome. What really is happening is that stinking thinking and poor lifestyle allows us to perpetuate the disease states that we have in our body and in our lives. When we get rid of the stinking thinking, then the probability that we're going to be happier, healthier, and more enjoyable to be around goes up. When we divest ourselves of toxic people in our lives, our whole lives immediately go up. And it's kind of scary because you're going to be getting in and out of relationships. The best thing that I can tell you is if you really want to get a much better life, move to a place where you believe you can have a better life. And it doesn't matter where it is. So the real cure that I'm talking about is self-love. And I also want you to go ahead and write down all your belief systems about yourself, about different religions that you come in contact, different races, different genders, different orientations to sex and sexuality. And guess what? You're going to come up with a lot of limiting beliefs. You could go out and buy yourself some rose-colored glasses, or you could go out and get some nice psychotropics from any psychologist or psychiatrist. But surrounding yourself with really good, solid people that you want to be with, people that admire you, people that you want to be like, then, people that give you kind words. Those are the cures for this type of stinking thinking, along with going to different counselors, going to cognitive behavioral thinking, behavioral modification, Reiki healing, Kabbalah healing. So go ahead, comment. Tell me what your belief system is. Tell me what you struggle with. I'd love to hear from you, and you have a great day.